Good evening, everyone. My name is Darian McNee, studying at Robertson College. Tonight I'm going to talk about impacts of key trends on the e-commerce industry. Today's date is April 4th, 2022, and this is being presented for Allison Goldman. I don't know where you were at in November of 2019, but I know I was just looking at global opportunities, and that is when COVID-19 started. And clearly, we all understand the impact that it's had on a global market since then. You know, we've seen different areas of shipping shut down, we've seen manufacturing shut down, we've seen travel shut down, we've seen isolation of people, different controls in multiple different areas. So the impact that COVID-19 has had on us is something that it's been a very, very long time, and something that I've never personally seen in my generation. You know, we can read about different impacts things have had on our lives, but COVID-19 definitely, without a question of doubt, changed how we shop forever. This is something that will be looked back upon and seen that because of this illness, sickness, whatever you want to call it, it changed how we interact on a global market and how we work together on a global market, which a lot of people seem to miss out on. Is it just me, or is everyone's mind blown on how quickly companies were able to adapt to everything that started as soon as COVID started? So here's some good news about that. We have the end of long lineups, packed stores, because I don't know about you, but there's one thing that used to drive me absolutely crazy would be, like you see my examples here in the photos, to go to these places and be stuck in line. It is very frustrating. So here's the bad news about that. The bad news is with that comes quality issues on products, sizing issues. Obviously, we don't know where a lot of the products are coming from anymore, and inventory controls. Because a lot of these big box stores now are only focused on basically shipping the products. You look at Amazon, Walmart, two global leaders, where they want you to shop online and have as little interaction with other people as possible. And how they're doing that is using large warehouses, offering cheaper shipping rates, and this is actually in turn reducing jobs for people. So it's like a good news, bad news kind of situation right now. So with that being said, for me personally, I am happy to see the new transitions going towards e-commerce that are going to allow a lot more opportunities for us, especially in the e-commerce industry. What we can expect to see in the future of e-commerce is everything's going to be connected right at our fingertips. There's going to be global connections. We're already seeing that right now. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You're able to get and basically purchase whatever you need and have it within a couple days. This has made our nation very, very needy, and it's also raised our expectation of what we want from e-commerce. You know, right now it says 93% of the people expect a better digital experience than they do in store. So if anybody who's worked in retail before, that number is astronomical. When we're talking about businesses that are looking to transition to a new process or something like that, typically you want between 50 and 70% as a starting area. Now you're talking 93% of the people expect that a better experience. That is crazy. 52% of people will pay more to save time for shopping remotely. So when I'm shopping on Amazon, okay, a lot of times I don't have to worry, or I don't necessarily look and do the same price comparisons that I would in the store. Which is kind of interesting because commercial shoppers will go to several different stores to try save a couple dollars, and they'll literally drive from one store to the other for sales. Everybody had their coupon book back in the day, 15, 20 years ago, even 3 years ago, and they have their coupons and they would go to store to store to store, and they didn't have the same value of time that people have now, because that is something that has drastically changed. The value that people put on their own time and to be able to save time has also grown. So when we look forward to the future, we can see 3 key trends that are going to happen. We're already seeing drones deliver shipments, which is going to make us want everything even faster, because you've got drones that are able to drop everything off wherever you want it. You can run outside and be like, hey drone, just give it to me. And robotics in warehouses. So this is going to increase efficiency, reduce theft. It's going to reduce staffing costs, which is going to allow more money for companies to innovate and use different technologies to basically set up what I see is large warehouses. And the way I see it, the day-to-day shopping experience that we have with small stores and driving from one place to the other is going to be changed forever. Especially when we add social media to that, because now they've got in-app purchases on social media for your biggest brands. And you've got companies right now that are able to ship those products basically a lot of times within 2 or 3 days. It still truly blows my mind on how quickly you can order a product and have it shipped to your door. Something, Amazon was obviously the founder of that. Like, they're even crushing transportation companies that have been in business for 50 or 100 years. It's absolutely phenomenal what they're able to do with this technology as we're moving forward. As always, I'd like to thank all of the references that I've been able to use. Obviously, Amazon.com, Walmart.com.ca are 2 leaders, and you can see with my list here that I have a few more that unfortunately I'm not able to read all of the links, but feel free to copy and paste them. Go do some research, because it's absolutely phenomenal about how the shopping industry and the e-commerce industry is going to be applied to our everyday lives. Thank you, everyone, and have an absolutely fantastic day.